Well, there's actually two reasons. My parents' best friend knew a Mount priest, so he kept pushing me to go. And then it was financial also. The Mount gave me, the best package at the time. Well, my favorite athletic memory has to be the first time I ever high jumped. Coach Deegan asked me if I would go to this meet. I'd never high jumped in my life. I said yes, went to the meet, won the meet. So that was probably one of my coolest moments. And then hanging out at the Rat. That is my favorite non-athletic thing. Sorry, Dr. Powell. Well, I think it was all about the Catholic identity. I've always been Catholic, but I think that it made me more Catholic, if that's even a way to say it, more devout. And, I think it gave me the confidence to become the person that I've become, both in business and personally. So, well, I mean, the first time it has happened is actually that first thing I just had talked to you about. The weekend was not supposed to start out that way. I was just supposed to play basketball that weekend. And at the end of the game, it was like, 8, 9 o'clock at night. All of a sudden, Coach Deegan comes up to me and says, "Janowiak, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Coach, hopefully sleeping in." "Nah, I need you on the bus at 7 o'clock in the morning." I'm really not doing a good Deegan, but that's okay. And I said, "What do you mean, Coach?" He goes, "I want you to high jump." I said, "Coach, I've never high jumped in my life." He said, "Just do it." So I was on the bus at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we went to Navy, and we had the meet, and it was kind of cool. And there's a lot more to that story, but I'm going to leave it right there. Well, I would say in my earlier years, it was kind of weak because, it was sort of the beginning of Title IX, it was a new program. But as we got, like in my sophomore, junior year, Freddie Carter becomes the coach, things got a little bit more exciting. We got excited. We got more people at our games, and it actually became explosive. I mean, when we were playing well, we were playing really well, and the crowd really responded to it. So it was fun. It was fun. I have no doubt that they could. I've heard that college is so much tougher these days when it comes to academics, but I think being an athlete in a college environment is just the greatest thing that you could possibly do. You got to do good in school, there's no doubt about that, but I think if you have a love for sports, I don't think you have to be limited to playing one sport. And I think it's true when I was younger, and I think it's true today. Well, I think it put us on the map. I mean, when I was growing up, I would watch TV and I would see Notre Dame, which is my favorite team, play basketball, and the guys, and I would see UCLA, greatest two matchups but it was always men that I saw on TV. Now I can turn to ESPN and see women's basketball and women's track and women's tennis. So I just think it's just, put women's sports out in front of everybody and made everybody understand that we really can be good athletes. Well, we didn't have professional trainers. We didn't have great weight rooms. I just think they have a lot more at their disposal than we had. We had to sort of make it up as we went along. Not to say that it wasn't, wasn't a great time, but I just think they have more support at their disposal right now, which is a great thing. Like I said before, I think you should play. I wanted to play 3 sports. I wanted to play fall, winter, and spring, but that didn't work out. But I think athletes should be given that opportunity. I think athletics builds your confidence, and it makes you, more marketable in society, and makes you, just a stronger person.